else? Yes.
Either a show that you've recorded yourself or a Star Trek episode or a movie, has there been any film, movie, book, or anything like that has affected you on a very personal level, like Louis really high up?
Oh, heavens yes. Full Metal did. Can't you tell? That video, movie I made? Except for, I mean, in addition to Full Metal?
That's a given.
What do you mean? How many of you have seen an episode, hold on one second, let me tell my girl something. She's like, you hanging in there, honey? She knows I'm tired, I am. How many of you have seen a series called Air? Oh my gosh, I love that show. It is so beautiful. I get like chills. It's so beautiful, and the characters are so sweet. Little Miss Suzu and Yukito and the relationship they have. And, oh my gosh, I love that show so much. The music and the animation is gorgeous. So Air really grabbed me. Oron did, but not in a like deeply personal way. Just it was so fun. I kind of got interested in Oron before it was even licensed. So I was so hoping to get to play Tamaki. So when I actually got cast, I savored every moment. You know what I mean? Like we would be in the studio, and Caitlin directed that, and I would do a line. You know, I will drink this coffee, and Caitlin would go, perfect. Let's go to the next line, and I'll go, can I do it again? And she would be like, you don't need to do it again. It was perfect. I'm like, please, just I will drink this because I loved it so much. I just wanted to, you know, just wring out of every moment, you know, as much as I could out of Oron High School, because I was so excited that I got to play that character that I wanted to play that I tried to like prolong the experience as long as possible. Yes?
So you say you've interested about the show before it's even licensed. So you watch subs?
See, now that's, again, Oron was the exception to the rule. I've done probably, I'm pretty sure, over 200 series. And Oron is the only one I saw before I dubbed it. And it was because Caitlin Glass told me that she saw this show that was so funny, and that there was this character that reminded her of me, and I needed to see it. And she gave me a disc with the first 8 episodes of Oron. And I watched it, and I'm like, oh my gosh, this is so funny. And I love Tamaki so much. And from that moment, I was like, I have to be in this show. Well, the show hadn't been licensed yet, and had it gone to Canada, I would have never been Tamaki. And had it gone to Los Angeles, I would have never been Tamaki, because I was living in Houston. So as good fortune would have it, Funimation licensed it, and I got to audition for it, and then they made Caitlin Glass the director. And so I was so excited, and I really enjoyed it.
Can I ask them if, because you're really big in Yona, how much, I know I'm sorry.
I'm not sure what that means, but go ahead.
I wonder if, you know, with your celebrity status, if how much to a point, if you have any power, as in like, hey, I'm interested in animation.
Zero. Zero.
It's like campaign for
I have certainly done that. I have done that. Vampire Night. I really wanted to be in Vampire Night. I didn't know who was dubbing it, but I wanted to find out and kind of just let them know that I really wanted to be in it. And then Bang Zoom in Los Angeles got the license to dub it. Well, Viz, but they hired Bang Zoom to actually record it. And they held auditions, and I was at Dragon Con when I got the call from Bang Zoom, we want you to record an audition for this show, and they didn't tell me what show. And then I got this audition sides in my email, and I'm like, Zero, Kaname. I'm like, oh, it's Vampire Night. They've got Vampire Night. You know, and I was so jazzed, but I hadn't done a lot of work with Bang Zoom. And I auditioned for Ido, and Zero, and Kaname, and who's the vampire hunter's name? Yagami. And then I just waited to hear. I would love to think that studios would value, to choose my words carefully here, that studios would value my enthusiasm about a show, because they know if I get as excited about a show, I'm going to talk about it, and Twitter about it, and Facebook about it, and blog about it, and talk about it at all the conventions I do, and generate, most likely, generate interest in the show, right? But I have found that not a lot of studios really take that approach. They don't, you know, we are just, at the end of the day, we're all just working actors, and we're desperate to try to get the chance to continue to do something that we love to do. And I audition for stuff all the time that I don't get cast in. It's just part of the, you know, that's part of the game. That's part of it. I'll tell you one of the, this kind of goes along with what you're saying, and I hope this doesn't come out wrong, but the company in the UK that distributes Funimation's shows, they have a different company. I think it's called Revelation Entertainment. Anyway, I went to a London convention, and a fan came up with a DVD from Tsubasa Chronicle. And you guys know I played Fi in Tsubasa, probably, if you know that show. They handed me the artwork, and the artwork was the exact same artwork as the artwork that Funimation distributes in the States. Exactly, okay? Except, on the front cover, there was a title that said, featuring the voice of Vic Mignogna. I was like, wait, what's that? Wait a minute, I've never seen that. And there was another one that said, featuring the voice of Chris Sabat. And I'm like, how cool is that? That somebody, marketing in the UK, thought that it might encourage people to watch the show if certain actors that they knew were in it. Most studios don't ever do that. Ever do that. And I don't know why, but they don't. They don't really consider it a big selling tool, I guess. For whatever reason. Hold on one second.
And we're going to have to get going because they're closing, they're shutting us down.
Oh, really? Okay, who's got one, let's make one last really good question. Yes?
Do you like working for better business?
Oh, you know I'll never answer that question. You know what? I love working, period. I have friends at all the studios I work at, and I love working with them. It's like working with family. Since I moved away from Dallas, I don't get to work for Funimation very much anymore. And it makes me sad, because when I work on something with somebody, if you and I were to make an anime together, I would feel like we're related. Because I feel a connection with people that I do stuff with. And so, I love all the people that I get to work with. One last question?
Yay.
Pardon?
Do you like My Little Pony?
Do I like My Little Pony? Well, I've never really watched My Little Pony. I don't really know anything about it, but I have seen some very awesome My Little Pony, like, anime characters. Like, I've seen an Edward Elric My Little Pony. He's the coolest pony. He's red with, like, automail arms and legs. It's very cool.
Brony.
What?
It's a brony.
You guys, I guess we're out of time.
Yep.
So thank you for hanging out with me, a little private time here, and thanks for coming. I hope I didn't scare anybody with anything I said, but I love you guys, and I'm glad you're here. Thanks so much.